blue shift in the bottom left-hand side, the Polish observer, it is Indy. And in the opposite corner, the red Protoss, the American, the last American hope in this tournament, it is iNcontroL.
So no rotty shenanigans so far here. This is gonna be a wall off at the ramp. No wall nonsense here. Even though Roddy, I mean, like, he makes it work somehow. He's in semi-finals and very convincingly.
So the one player that I haven't seen yet this tournament because Harrison was casting was iNcontroL. Do you expect anything specific from him or?
No, not particularly. I think like Jeff a lot of the time doesn't get the credit he deserves. It's like he's known as like this funny guy and stuff, like also streams and stuff, and people, they kind of like to give him a hard time, but he's actually pretty damn good at the game. Like every time, like I met him a long time ago at Home Story Cup, barely won. I met him in the last Casters tournament. I had a really hard match against him as well. So I really feel like he's one of those guys that doesn't get the credit he deserves. He can play fairly standard in longer games very easily. He's an ex-Brood War player, but he's going up against one of the higher MMRs guys in this tournament in Indy, who I think should be the favorite in this one. Fakes a cannon rush here with the pylon, and Indy is not gonna fall for it. He just leaves a probe at the back here, very safe.
Yeah, I guess it ends up pretty even. He pulled like five probes for just a second, which is exactly, he loses 5 minerals per probe, and I think he loses 25 minerals for cancelling a pylon, so not a big deal here either way.
Some quick math on stream.
Yeah, quick maths. And Indy going for the double adept opening. Nowadays I think one of the more standard openings is Stalker Sentry because of the hallucination buff, which is basically just so you can scout very early on with the hallucination.
Yeah.
Obviously,
by the way, sorry, but this is important. Look at this. The double adept finished for Indy, and the Cybercore only finished for iNcontroL. Like his Cybercore was really delayed.
Ah, yeah, that's true. And iNcontroL actually let the pylon finish in Indy's wall. Why does he do that?
I guess, I don't know if it's a mistake or not, but I guess that gives him vision. He can see what units are going to come out, and he also locked every probe in except the one that was across the map. So Indy now has to kind of run all the way back to if he wants to start a Nexus with the initial probe. iNcontroL with the wall of on time, and he's going for a third gate. So he's going to go for a big 4-gate pressure here. It's almost as if he baited Indy into going into an expo by blocking him like this. Like it almost feels like, you know, you're in a race against them. Oh my god, he can force field. Okay, traps one of them, but not that much firepower.
Yeah, I think he's gonna get it though, and he also makes sure that his sentry is out of position. Don't finish this.
I can run out. So yeah, if you make the pylon on the ramp, and then as Indy you feel compelled to kill that pylon quickly and then go for the Nexus, but Indy might not fall for this. He starts a Robo and doesn't start a Nexus. If he goes for one base, like for a long time, even if he starts a Nexus now, it's not as bad because he's already got the Robo going, and he's gonna be able to scout with that Oracle that he made.
I feel like
iNcontroL won't. Oh my god, he won't be ready. He hasn't made a shield battery. iNcontroL has no idea. Because he force fielded, he won't have hallucination to scout with.
Oh, that's true. That's true. But at the same time, if Indy is going for the Nexus, Indy skipped the sentry. Oh, remember. Oh, now he realizes. I'm not sure what he saw, but I guess it's just the lack of Nexus on iNcontroL side of the map. He just starts a shield battery, and now as you said,
this is game ending right there. Like an Oracle flies into your middle line like this, you don't have a shield battery, you're in big trouble. iNcontroL just assumed it was gonna be a quick Nexus from Indy and like very standard play, but Indy actually went for the target. It's almost like, yeah, borderline build all the loss, to be honest. Very unfortunate. But Indy read that very well, because some people, even though he went for Stargate, they would have started that Nexus on the expansion, I think. But not Indy. He was a little too smart for that.
Yeah, maybe iNcontroL can try transitioning out of this while containing Indy on one base. The reason I'm saying that is because he actually saved a lot of probes, and Indy did not control the Oracle since he was just watching at home, trying to not miss the force field. So iNcontroL is actually just down 6 workers, which is not that big of a deal in one base. Like he's effectively mining less with 3 workers right now, than optimal saturation. So it is possible to transition out of this, but as now that since there's 2 oracles now, they can one-shot the probe, so the shield battery doesn't save anything anymore. So yeah, definitely a huge edge here for Indy.
Yeah, he's gonna kill way more now. Even though that one oracle runs out of energy pretty quick. Gets 4 probes beforehand. He's gonna be chased out of here. Does he actually shade that?
No,
I don't think he can. Double prism actually queued. Okay, he's gonna cancel the other one. I was like, what?
yeah, the prism is good to bust out of your main base to actually expand. He's actually making a 3rd gateway, which leads me to believe that he wants to go on the aggressive himself rather than taking a Nexus, which I think is fine. And yeah, he can either save those immortals or just go down with everything thanks to the War Prism, and that's exactly what he's doing right now.
And now he can counterattack with this as well. Like that prism is such a game changer. One adept gets caught here at the expo. Get the Zealot at least! No! You can't jump! You can't escape! Oh my god.
You just want to jump down. Not like this.
And now iNcontroL basically has no tech. He's going for a Stargate himself. Because he knows there's 2 oracles on the map. If he could kill them with Phoenixes, I guess that'd be the dream and then pick up the Immortals. But Indy is like, you know what? I'll take an expo and then I'll attack you with my superior army. Force fields available, but again there's that prism, which is like such the big game changer on his own.
I like the 2 adept counterattack from iNcontroL, but I think it's gonna run into a stasis ward. Oh, no, it actually avoids it. Oh, at the same time the fight is going on and he just busts through. There's only 1 sentry left on the other side. The adept might kill a couple of probes, but if you look at the supply...
Oh, I'm looking.
Yeah,
I am looking.
It tells the story.
Oh, the Immortals get dropped on the high ground. The War Prism even escapes, and this is gonna be it. Indy with the first map win here.